Football to be played in the East Bay in Oakland, California. Straight ahead, it's Wild Card Weekend, and we've got a great one in store between the New York Jets and the Oakland Raiders. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. So now here comes the Jet offense as they get ready to take over. They'll be led out by a first-round pick in 2019 from Ohio State. It's Dwayne Haskins. Here's the first carry for Le'Veon Bell. And not the start he was hoping for there, as he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Call it no gain on the game's first play. And it's second down now. So after the run for no gain, here's second and 10. Bell. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. A look at the defensive starters now for the Raiders. They were terrific last week in the win over Denver.
I was so proud of you in our meeting with the defensive coordinator because you asked the question that set him off. And all you said was, so what improvement do you need to see this week, Coach? And boy, he got fired up, didn't he? Takeaways. We need turnovers. Got to create them. Got so animated, jumped up in our meeting. It was fun to watch.
Somehow I always upset a coordinator in that meeting. Yeah. But they like you. Now on third down, that pass knocked down in the backfield and incomplete. So the defense able to get off the field here on third down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on third down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
And it's taken in at the 9. Good blocking there, nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Now the former fourth-round pick, it's Kalen Ballage. And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34. Terrell Suggs in on the tackle. A look now at the Oakland offense.
So many weapons on this offense, and we've seen them all season long score from any point on the field. But we all know playoff football comes down to playing smart. The game slows down, and it's harder to move it. So you've got to avoid penalties, avoid turnovers, and not let your emotions get the best of you.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And that'll lead here to a third down. Throwing is Allen on third. Got his target, Samuel. Give him 19 there as the drive marches forward.
Let's go.
He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on third down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a first down.
Jam. Check.
A first down carry here for Johnson. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. And a look now at how the Jets line up defensively.
Clinton Dix attracted a lot of attention when he was about to enter the NFL for his ability to play the football in the air. He's actually shown that he can tackle pretty well in the league, too.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. He finds Kalen Ballage, his running back. And that's going to be another first down as the tackle made at the Jets' 36. So they got the deal done, and now he can just focus on football. He's got that behind him. Family not going anywhere, staying put. He can focus on football.
And I like how you mentioned the family, because that's a huge part of it, because everyone needs to be happy and comfortable. And, you know, while this process was
nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Jalen Ramsey with a sack on the corner blitz.
And plays like that really hurt play calling. They had a really nice gain on the previous play, but gave about half the yardage back on the sack. Excellent pressure up front. Nowhere to go with the football. Down he goes.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. Curtis Samuel, the intended target, and it'll bring up 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Completes it to Samuel. And all the way in. Touchdown, Oakland. Curtis Samuel, 45 yards. As his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Well, we knew they had the crowd on their side. Their defense has already made a stop, and now here's an opening drive touchdown.
Yeah, how about the defense making the stop, offense feeling their momentum that they've generated, and turning it into points on their side. So now you've got a team working together, and you got the crowd involved fully on their side in this ball game.
And in this playoff atmosphere, that 12th man means even more. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Out comes this offensive unit as they get set to take over here. They just did manage to sneak into the playoffs as a 6th seed, so it's a tough road ahead. They would need to win 3 games on the road in January, but there's 20 other teams who wouldn't mind being on that road.
You're exactly right about that. But your point about how daunting this is well taken, because it all depends on their mindset now. How do you break it down so that you're not looking at this whole big road and say to yourself, we got no shot? You break it down to this game right now, win that one, then worry about the rest of them after that.
And that's exactly right, and the staff told us that. They've been focusing with the players on don't look ahead, but that's hard to do sometimes, is it not?
It is hard to do, because the ultimate goal is to do what? Is to win a Super Bowl. So you have to look ahead a little bit, but you make sure you focus on the game at hand.
Now a pass that's taken in by Smith-Schuster. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down. On the counter, here's Bell. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size and these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for him.
Pass gets hit, and he lost the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back, because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
The field position game, such an overlooked facet, Charles, of an NFL game, but this offense, they're going to be pinned back. What an ideal punt.
An ideal punt, and it leads to that term complementary football, because them doing that puts their defense in a great spot, doesn't it? Gives them a chance. If they want to be aggressive, try and maybe get a safety out of this whole thing, it puts them in that position.
Now they try the right side here. And a short pickup here as he'll get across the 10 to the 11-yard line. Second quarter from Oakland, the homestanding Raiders with the football here. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. To throw on third down. Allen. Pressure gets to him, and down he goes. Back at the 4-yard line.
Well, if an offense is going to throw the ball on this part of the field, any pass rusher will tell you that's his favorite part. Gets a chance to get after the quarterback. It's almost like a reverse red zone. They can create points using their defense, and this time they take their man down.
Now the Jet offense about to take over as they head out onto the field. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on third down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a first down and change our momentum?
For an offense that has not found the end zone yet, that's a big play.
There's the spark right there. The big play that they needed. Now they've got to go ahead and finish this drive and put this ball in the end zone.
Bell running on first down as he'll push forward for about 3. Tremaine Edmonds there to bring him down. On second down, it's Bell. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. It's a loss of 4. Now third down. So now 3rd and 10. A big play to start the drive, but nothing since. Haskins will throw. Open man, Smith-Schuster. It's complete. And he fumbled it. It's on the ground. And the Raiders pick it up. And some room to work. And a terrific return as he takes this thing all the way down near the 20-yard line. So the turnover forced and a wonderful job on a big return.
And how about the convoy that got created to help him get all the way back upfield? I mean, that's the part that people miss on. That's practice. That's worked on. It doesn't just happen in a game and everyone rallies. They discuss it prior to, and everyone knows their role when they create a turnover like that.
Here's a run on first down that won't even get back to the line of scrimmage. He will lose a yard. 2nd and 11. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
On 2nd and 11 now. Allen. This is the tight end Fant. His first catch of this wild card game, and it's good for a first down.
There are so many things to watch for when you play defense, and reading your keys, you always hear about that, and having your eyes in the right place. Sometimes your eyes can fool you. How about that play action there that sprang the big guy, didn't it?
Able to dump it over the top to him. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he gets halfway home from the 4 down to the 2-yard line. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. 2nd and goal at the 2-yard line. Check 24. Sweet. Alert, alert, alert. Check. They'll try to run this one in. And he's in. Touchdown, Raiders. Taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Raiders able to extend that advantage.
Well, Brandon, he just followed his nose, and his nose took him to the end zone. But how about the big guys up front, giving him at least a stalemate in order to find that space?
Yeah, the O-line won the battle in the trenches there, didn't they? So that drive, 4 plays. And it's culminated by a 2-yard touchdown run. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Here's the Jet offense now. They head out to take over. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points get get that 0 off the board. Now a first down carry by Bell. Yeah, boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain. On second down now, it's Bell. And this one also slow in developing as he's maybe getting back here to the line of scrimmage, but not much more than that. Third down, here's Haskins. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
We said it before the game, and I think it's still apparent. If these guys are going to advance in these playoffs, they're going to have to wreak some havoc coming off the edge.
Yeah, wild card round. They told us the wild card could be that defensive pressure. They showed it there. And he'll take this in at the 1-yard line. 1:53 remaining in this first half of play. A reminder coming up at the half, as we've done all year. We'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. Coach will have the lowdown on what's going on here in this wild card weekend as we begin on the road to Super Bowl 53 in Atlanta. They try and run on first down, but to no avail. Tackled for a 2-yard loss in the backfield.
He did have the touchdown run earlier, but not a heck of a lot more than that throughout this game.
No, not at all. In fact, I would say that this defense has done as good of a job on him as they have on any runner in recent memory. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Now this throw caught left side. And he's got room. A big play there on the catch and run. 76 yards. Pretty good timing. He waited just enough for that post play to develop and laid it right in there.
And you know what a lot of teams do when they decide to throw a post route? Because it's a little bit longer developing play, they max protect. Bring everyone in, keep the tight end in, an extra back to make sure the quarterback has time to deliver the football.
Give him maybe a yard, quite the opposite from the previous big gainer.
So if you've been playing defense in this one, there's a little bit of the good and some bad, because they did give up the touchdown run to him earlier, but shut it down otherwise.
Outside of that, you're exactly right. I would say they've contained him very well. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. They've got another first down. The Raider passing game clicking on all cylinders right now.
And a lot of people ask the same question all the time. Why do we see so many slants in the red zone? Well, the windows are tighter. Everything's more condensed. It has to be quicker. And you've got to deliver the ball on time. Your biggest worry? Ball gets tipped in the air. Because if that happens, then it's fair game for the defense.
Check 4, check 4. Check nickel, nickel, nickel. Watch safety creep, watch safety creeping.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. They come out here in the eye. So they're backed up to the 3-yard line, 2nd and goal.
Don't get nervous. 25, check 25.
They'll try to run this one in. And he'll keep working toward that end zone as he's down to about the 2-yard line. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. This Jet defense so far standing tall. They need another stop now, 3rd and goal.
Check.
Toss play to Balaj. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. And they'll burn the timeout with 5 seconds left. A chance to try to add 3 points before heading to the locker room. And likely time for one final play here in the half, so they will go for it on 4th down.
Smooth. 56. Watch the run.
A final shot before half for Allen. And this is caught. Touchdown, Raiders. David Moore as time expires in the first half. And the Raiders able to extend that advantage. You knew time was going to run out, so this had to be in the end zone, and somehow they were able to find a window and get it done.
Very easy for us to talk about up here that, yes, all that had to happen, but when...
And just like that, on we head to half number 2. Both teams try to avoid being one and done in these playoffs as we start the second half of this AFC wildcard game. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Out comes the Raiders offense. They'll go on offense first to start quarter number 3. And they have made this look easy. And there's not supposed to be anything easy about the NFL playoffs, but this lead, yes, they're at home, but this has been impressive.
And we hear all the time when upsets happen, teams go on the road, that maybe home field advantage isn't all it's cracked up to be. But you and I both know the reality is teams really fight hard to get it. Why? You don't ever have to change routine. Everything's familiar going into the game. It makes things easier, and that has paid off for them in a big way in this contest.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12.
Get that quarterback, D-line. D-line, get that quarterback. Pick the edge, pick the edge.
And to give this time to the tailback. They find some open field here. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Solid gain of 18 and a Raider first down.
59, check, check, alert. Hey, watch the slip, watch the slip. Watch the safety creep. Mike, done. 59.
They go play action here on first down. He's going to rifle one deep left side. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. The tight end, C.J. Uzomah, the intended receiver. But it's going to be 2nd down.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on first down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 40 yards or more on first down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up 2nd down.
Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well.
And now offensively it's 3rd and 10, and I'm just thinking to myself, actors always say, what's my motivation before a big scene? Right now the play caller's thinking, what have I done before that's worked well that I...
Blitz coming, and down he goes. Getting the sack, the 227-pound linebacker, Quan Alexander.
To me, the defense was a little gassed near the end of the first half, but they've come out of the locker room with a little extra spring in their step. Wonder what they did at halftime to get them so motivated.
I don't know, but that sack looked good. Now let's see if they can build on the momentum of that play. And this one will wind up being down just outside of that 20-yard line. Here's the Jets offense now getting set to start off this 3rd quarter. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working, and call more of that.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Looking to throw, Haskins. Caught here by Bell. They'll give him a yard on the play, and that'll make it a 2nd down. They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9. 2nd down, Haskins. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
I think we've seen this before. Someone's down 3 scores. That situation there is just going to add to their growing frustrations, don't you think?
Yeah, a bad number 3 right now. 3-score game, 3rd quarter, 3 and out, not what they wanted. And you can tell on the sideline, those faces are getting a little bit longer as this one goes. Now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually that becomes man on man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The Raiders offense now making their way back out onto the field. They've got the lead. Last time had to punt it, though. What's the key to this drive?
I think it's leverage.
Leverage.
Big guys up front. You know the motivational speech on the sideline is, guys, give us an opportunity. Protect the passer, create space for our runners, and let's go ahead and get these guys. Low man wins. Let's go do it on this drive.
We'll watch that leverage on this drive.
56.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. A pickup of 10, and it's enough for an Oakland first down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point. Going to make that defense stand up and stop them. Now a handoff here to his running back. And they've got it well across midfield, down to the 40 before it's all said and done. That's good for 21 yards and a first down.
And having built that kind of a lead, they're able to do whatever they want right now. All momentum on their side, especially now running the football.
Yeah, you're talking about a defense being on their toes. They don't know what's going to hit them next at this point.
No, they went from toes to heels, and they're trying to figure out how to get back to the toes part.
Give them 12 yards that time and an Oakland first down.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense, because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
Allen off the play fake. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Jalen Ramsey. And he's going to return it to the 21-yard line. They needed a break. They needed to make a play here in the third quarter defensively. They did that. Now they got to go quickly and get some points on the board.
And the best part is that they made their own break. Taking the ball away. Now they just look at their offense and saying, guys,
let's go.
Come on, capitalize on this one.
And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
Now 2nd and 7 from the 23. On second down, here's Haskins. To the right side and complete to Hurst. And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on third down. Here's Haskins. He'll find Smith-Schuster. That's complete. And he's got the first down, yardage before being taken down at midfield. Forget the run on 3rd and 1. They shock the D and rip off a pretty big play. Haskins now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. From midfield now, Haskins. Open man, completes it to Smith-Schuster. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. It'll go as a gain of 11 and a Jets first down. 1 quarter remains for the right to survive round 1 here in the AFC. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Haskins looking to throw on first down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. And you hate to say it with a rookie quarterback. He's done some good things, but overall, looked a little bit overwhelmed back there, hasn't he?
He certainly has, but in his defense, he hadn't had a lot of time to throw the football. You like the way I said that? In his defense.
In his defense, I got it.
You see what I did there?
Yeah, he needs better protection, that's for sure. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. Now Haskins to throw on second down. Open man is Kendrick Bourne. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
Now it's Haskins. And he's got a man, Calvin Ridley. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 27-yard line.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
This one caught by Ridley. And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. Now Bell. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down. Moved back to the 10. They'll try on 2nd and goal here. They'll try again with Bell. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. They'll wind up losing 4 yards on the play. And that's going to bring up an interesting 3rd and goal. They've been stuffed twice here for losses. Now it's 3rd and goal. Here's Bell. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. They'll get 11, but it'll still lead to a 4th down.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing, and he is in. Touchdown, New York. A 3-yard touchdown run. And the Jets are able to close the gap just a bit.
Oh, this is what I love about calling these games. 4th and goal. This is all about leverage, who wants it more, and who's going to get it done at the point of attack, the line of scrimmage.
Point after, right down the middle. And they'll cut the lead to 21-7. So that drive, 12 plays in length. And it ends with a Le'Veon Bell touchdown run. This fielded at the 2. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. So out now comes the offense back onto the field. Can't officially call this a win for them yet, but it's looking good to move on to the divisional round. They'll be on the road, of course, as an underdog. But the age-old question, would you rather have the momentum they're going to have or sitting at home with a bye? I'm sure you'd probably rather have the bye.
You remember that conference call we had before the playoffs started? We were talking with some people in the industry and some of the coaches that are out there. And we kind of posed the same question. You know, if you're coming off of a game like this, you know, and you're taking on a team that had that open week, which way do you want to go? And you remember the answer they gave us? I want the better team. Okay, I get it. But I think there's a lot to having that momentum of having played versus coming off of that layoff because maybe you start a little bit slower. We see those upsets happen all the time.
Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
Hey, echo. Target.
Allen throwing again. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
So now 3rd and 10. They had the big play to start the drive, but 2 incompletions since. And it's incomplete, broken up. But there is a flag down. Let's see what that's about.
Offense.
So they decline it as that will bring up 4th.
And I know that yardage and field position are keys to any game played, but you've got to consider downs when you're talking about penalties, and they wisely did not take that one and made it 4th down.
Now they go for it on 4th, but this one is going to wind up incomplete. The Raiders try it on 4th down, but to no avail. And the Jets are going to get the football here in great field position. And I am not sure, partner, there what the mindset was to go for it. I don't know.
And some teams just feel that possession is the key to everything. They just want to have the football in their hands. No matter how it goes to the other team, they just don't trust doing that. So they say, listen, go for it and try and finish it ourselves.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves them with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Now Haskins. Oh, it's intercepted. He was trying to give it to Ridley. Picked off by the linebacker, Jared Davis. And the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line. The Oakland offense about ready to start this next drive. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this fourth quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
Allen now 9 of 17 through the air. Not a great percentage, but it is 1st and 10.
56 is Mike. 56 is the Mike.
Dude.
Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. Got an open man. It's Valdez-Scantling. And all the way in. Touchdown, Oakland. Marquez Valdez-Scantling, 48 yards. And the forced turnover on defense leads to 6 points. But look, this is a team, Charles, they faced adversity all year long. They had to fight and claw to win that division, but they're putting it all together here in the wild card game.
Feels like a statement, doesn't it? An absolute statement game, a message to the top seeds. Overlook us at your own peril. We're pretty darn good.
This is fielded a couple yards deep. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. Now here's the signal caller getting ready to lead this offense again. And that interception that ended their previous drive likely also ended any shot they had at victory.
Yeah, long road back from here, no doubt about that one. But let's face it, if you're going to go out there and compete, you want to try and end on a strong note, don't you?
Absolutely. It won't end in a victory like into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Justin Reed. And a terrific return as he takes this thing all the way down near the 20-yard line. He's had a fantastic rookie season, made a lot of lovely throws, but that wasn't one of them.
Well, we got to give him one, don't we? I mean, with the year he's having, a lot easier for he and his teammates to accept that throw because for the most part, what they've seen, it's been pretty sensational.
No.
Hey, hold. Regular.
So after the INT, it's Allen. The attempt on the dive, and he has it. What a catch. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Raider football as we get you reset. And you'd have to figure they're just looking to burn these final 2 minutes away and get out of here with a victory. But when this ball's tipped and intercepted. Picked off by Quan Alexander. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, there definitely was some juice on that pass. And while tight ends don't always have the same reputation for hands as wide receivers do, in this case, that ball was expected to be caught.
Firing quickly here, and that's complete. No gain there on the completion. 2nd and 10. Now they got to get to the line quickly. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Haskins, and he gets this one to Ridley, complete.
Let's go.
And they work this well upfield across the 45. Now Haskins to throw it. And that's incomplete. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure. The backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Haskins. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. Now they'll try to convert on 3rd and 6 after the 4-yard completion. Again, it's Haskins. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 33. Here's Haskins to throw. That's complete. It's Bell. Defensively here, you've got the cushion, but back-to-back pretty big pass plays there. Bend but don't break, but are they bending too much?
I think that they are. To me, it'd be like playing basketball, and you put up a token press. Make sure you get up there and make them eat up some time. Make it a little bit of resistance so they can't just run it right down your throat.
The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as they get it right at the... ...30-second mark of this fourth quarter. Haskins and the offense with a 1st and 10. And he's 6 of 7 now on this drive. From the red zone now, Haskins on 1st down. And down he goes. Brought down a Raider sack. Now the Jets going to use the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in the game. And the job becomes twice as difficult now after the sack. It's 2nd and 20. Now it's Haskins. And that will be incomplete with a clock showing 18 seconds now to go. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden the secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
And he's going to be taken down back around the 35-yard line. The Jets going to go ahead and use their final timeout, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the ball game. And how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it.
Push him back. Safe.
They'll try and throw for it with Haskins. And he will find Ridley. That's complete. And he's not able to get away. He is stopped well short of a 1st down. Four was shut.
The rhythm is hard as you